Clearly, Toronto is the largest city in Canada and is packed with exciting things to do. A dynamic mix of tourist attractions are located in Toronto, the capital of Ontario, including museums and galleries, as well as the world-famous CN Tower, the largest and most diverse city in the country. A city like Toronto, where cultural heritage is preserved while it expands at a breakneck speed, is unique. There is so much going on in a big city like Toronto that it's hard to pick up the best attractions that you must see. So here are the top 10 best places to visit in Toronto. Number 10, the Art Gallery of Ontario. As Northern America's largest and best part art museum, the Art Gallery of Ontario holds 90,000 works of art. A collection of Canadian art curated by the Group of Seven includes the renowned work of this collective. From the African Art Gallery to the extensive European collection, travel back in time from the Renaissance and Baroque eras. Rubens, Goya, Picasso, and Rembrandt are among the main artists represented at the AGO. Even the building is an example of art. The expansion of the AGO, designed by the Toronto-born architect Frank Gehry, won critical acclaim in 2008. There's no better place in the city to be if you love art. Next to the AGO, on stilts designed to look like pencils, is a hard-to-miss Ontario College of Art and Design, which towers above the street on its own stilts. Number 9, Harbourfront Centre. This amazing waterfront complex stands just a stone's throw from the CN Tower, which is another one of the list, offering art galleries, theaters, parks, and outdoor stages. There are more than 4,000 events held at Harbourfront Centre every year in theater, dance, literature, music, film, visual arts, and craft, in collaboration with over 450 community organizations. About 2,000 volunteers generously contribute their efforts and time to the development, which is governed by a 26-person community-based volunteer board of directors. For the safety of the Harbourfront Centre, an in-house security team works closely with the police. Number 8, Kensington Market. Kensington Market is known for being a hip, alternative shop area and is definitely worth checking out. Its colorful streets are filled with vintage boutiques, bars, cafes, and restaurants, capturing the essence of Toronto's melting pot culture. Now a thriving bohemian neighborhood with a laid-back vibe, the area was once mainly home to Eastern European Jewish immigrants. This busty city is dotted with fabulous public artworks, vintage shops, and restaurants with a graffiti-covered facade that serve Jamaican, Mexican, and Tibetan food. Additionally, there are stalls selling fresh produce, jewelry, and souvenirs, along with live music and street shows. Number 7, St. Paul's Basilica. The oldest Catholic church in Toronto, St. Paul's Basilica, was built in 1889 on the site of an earlier church. The Irish immigrant community, primarily Catholic, used to attend a school near the church to receive education and meet their religious needs. This Italian-style building was modeled after Rome's St. Paul's Basilica outside the walls. Lots of religious artwork decorates the interior. Still today, it's one of Toronto's most important religious attractions, as well as an active place of worship. A soaring bell tower, religious statues, a large rooftop cross, and grand columns define the Italian-style building from the outside. You can enter the church through the doorways and stand at the end of the sweeping nave. The stainless glass window and paintings are colorful and captivating. If you're religious, you can attend Mass at the church. Take a few moments to reflect. Number 6, Toronto Music Garden. One of Toronto's most enchanting locations is the Toronto Music Garden. The garden is inspired by Bach's First Suite for unaccommodated cello, and each movement matches a section of the suite. The Toronto Music Garden was created by Yo-Yo Ma in collaboration with landscape architect Julie Moore-Mesfrey, who was also a professional cellist. John Sebastian Bach's cello suite number was physically interrupted and manifested by the duo for the project. The first of the composer's 6 unaccompanied cello suites, one in G major, is interpreted as a garden, divided into 6 dance movements: Prelude, Alamede, Cortez, Sarabande, Minute, and Giju, to create different sections. Each summer, free classic music concerts are held in the Guy or Jig section, a grassy amphitheater with a stage under a weeping willow tree. Number 5, Royal Ontario Museum. With expositions ranging from dinosaurs to ancient Egypt to Canadian First Nations, the Royal Ontario Museum is one of the largest museums in Canada. You'll find something you like among the 6 million or so objects the museum has in its collections. There are elements of art, history, archaeology, mineralogy, geology, paleontology, zoology, and a lot more as you walk from floor to floor. Past the 80-foot totem pole, in addition to being a favorite of locals and tourists, the museum is 100 years old. As one of the Canadian premier museums, the ROM is internationally recognized for its excellence. The museum houses outstanding collections of natural history, art, and culture from all over the world. It is also famous for its international expositions. An expansion in 2007 added a modern wing with glass and sharp angles to a traditional older building, making it one of Toronto's most recognizable landmarks. Number 4, CN Tower. The 553-meter CN Tower is undoubtedly Toronto's most famous landmark. Touring above the downtown, this Canadian icon can be seen almost everywhere in the city. As of today, it remains the tallest freestanding structure in the Western Hemisphere, and is often referred to as one of the modern 7 wonders of the world. Built in 1970s, it was the world's tallest freestanding structure. Toronto's skyline is dominated by the tower at 553 meters, 1,815 feet high. From the observation deck, you can see the city and beyond. A must-see Toronto attraction, the iconic tower has been featured in a variety of movies and TV shows. From afar, you can see the towering structure. Take one of the glass elevators to the observation deck for spectacular views. If you're feeling brave, you can step out on the edge walk, a hands-free walkway around the tower. Don't worry, you're securely tethered. Enjoy the 360 restaurant's delicious fare as you soak up the stunning scenery. Number 3, Rogers Centre. A major attraction and most recognizable landmark in Toronto is the Rogers Centre, right next to the CN Tower. The stadium is not only the home of the Toronto Blue Jays of Major League Baseball, but also hosts countless concerts, sporting events, and auto shows throughout the year. It was the first arena in the world to have a fully retractable dome roof when it was completed in 1989. When the roof is closed, the Blue Jays create an electrifying atmosphere. You can also attend conventions, concerts, or carnivals at the stadium in addition to watching a brilliant baseball game. If you're in town to attend a game, staying at the Toronto Marriott City Centre Hotel is very convenient and a bit of a special experience. Number 2, the Distillery District. The Distillery District, cobblestone streets, and alleys will captivate you immediately. Among Toronto's oldest industrial neighborhoods, the area has been modernized and repurposed. Among the greatest urban transformations in the city is the Distillery District, which consists of restored Victorian buildings, once home to the Gooderham and Worts Distillery. This unique walking district is packed with restaurants, galleries, and more that have a European-esque feel, featuring more than 40 heritage buildings that now house everything a modern traveler might desire. The Distillery Historic District is known for its boutiques, arts, and entertainment. Victorian-era buildings hold new fashions. Culinary inventions are hidden behind weathered red brick walls, and art galleries and performance venues host events year-round. Many of the buildings used to house the Gooderham and Worts Whiskey Distillery, which gave the sector its name. Number 1, Niagara Falls. It's well worth the time to visit Niagara Falls. Just over an hour away from Toronto, there are tours to Niagara Falls from Toronto that offer hotel pickup and drop-off as well as a Niagara cruise, which takes you close to the main Horseshoe Falls, wall of water. You'll want to take a lot of awesome photos from many different angles as you gaze in the awe of the spectacular waterfalls. Make sure your camera batteries are full. For another fantastic view of Horseshoe Falls, as well as the 2 Cascade on the American side of the border, stroll through Queen Victoria Park. Embrace the feeling of being inside the tumbling water as you descend into the underground passageways and watch the powerful cascade from the top of the Skylon Tower. Take a cable ride to the top of the Niagara River Recreational Trail and try your luck on one of those casinos as you pass historic water sites on the trail. The falls are also illuminated at night, so you may want to consider spending a night at Niagara Falls. Which one of these best places in Toronto would you like to visit first? Let us know in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.